Okay, so this is my update on my still small project. Initially I had like a built wall out of blocks, and it just wasn't good enough. So I created a tower, or rather, uploaded some assets from the Unity Assets store for free, and then I put them into the game. I dropped a little floor here, and what took me actually quite a while, a few hours to figure out, was how to make these walls solid so that I would just go through them. So now there's a barrier, so you get stopped whenever you try to go through a wall, which was actually very helpful. I still technically go through, I guess, if I stepped right. I'll probably step outside of the wall. There we go. Yeah, so there's probably some ways to cheat the system there, because I could still technically just go to my edge and walk through a wall, but neither here nor there. I can fix that one. The point was to get walls so I can have some kind of a barrier. So that's done. I've moved this to my tutorial area. So basically now this is where the user starts. There's some information here, so they'll be able to select these things. It'll give you more info. And I'm going to put a door here that's closed, so they'll be able to learn their first maneuver and get out of the tutorial area. Right now the world itself is largely unpopulated, but I at least have the floor set up in the grid pattern I want. And there's a reason why it looks like this specifically. I'm not even gonna tell you about that. That's a secret. So yeah, so we've got the walls. We have a barrier for the player. And then I just toss in some other assets so I can see what kind of aesthetic I might want to go with. And I like this, even though there's, it's not realistic. You want realism in your game, but at the same time, I like the stylized effect. And there are so many more stylized assets out there that I feel like, and I've played plenty of games where the stylized aspect does not detract from the game feeling real enough. So I think I might go with the stylized effect. And this stuff, you just import it, and it just works. So as soon as I move, right, I go up, I come down, and that's helpful. That's what I need, things that just kind of work. I dropped in these trees that already had these built-in scripts, so they move, right? So I might just go with that as well and start populating the world. I need to drop in my sky, and yeah. So right now I'm starting to do an aesthetic thing. Oh, you might notice there was music playing, and as I get further away, it changes. It zooms out, or fades out. And then there's another area, I put it further off, but I have another soundtrack that's also spatially based. And so that's something I just need to start putting out my levels, so that once you get into certain areas or you move out of certain areas, the music changes naturally, which will give you the sense that you're in a different area, which is what I wanted. I dropped some assets or some materials onto these things just to have some kind of color going on. It's not really important right now, but it helps me kind of conceptualize what I might be looking for in objects. Of course, my system here with all the hands, the gestures, right? So like these things are built in. I've got my QR code there with the hidden block here. You've probably already seen I've got the spell set up. So like I've got this one here, which apparently is broken, so I'll have to fix that again. But I gotta do that. The spell to uncover hidden things. I've changed some scripts around a bit, so that's what's going on there. Things can still be touched, right? That's the little light that turns on. I still got these things. I gotta fix this though. There's the spell I got there. You'll see things come out this way. The spell is working. There we go. But sometimes it flicks it backwards. It needs to be, the trajectory has somehow gotten off. I still have the colliders working on the hands, so I can pick things up. and hold them. There's still the like vibrating effect. I still have my ability to slap things. The floor is there. I need to adjust the color on the box here, but it's whatever. The point is that I've got these objects that can be interacted with. There's a lot of calculations going on there. Oh yeah, that's something that happens. So that's an issue I was running into with the colliders around the walls. Not this wall specifically, because like this wall is fine, but like for the box over there that I have for the table, I bump into it, something happens, I glitch, and I just fall through the world. So I gotta fix that, or get rid of it, honestly. But everything else, their colliders they work. Can I go through these trees? Yeah, I can go through the trees. Things that don't have colliders on them, obviously, I'll go right through. But yeah, that box is trouble, so I'm gonna have to get rid of it. But yeah, everything else is working fine. I still, of course, have my fourth dimensional gesture, which will get me to be able to see what's going on in the real world, right? So that's something that's still working out very well. My motion-based gestures, finger-based gestures, gesture-based locomotions working like a charm. So yeah, I like the way that looks, actually. That's pretty cool with the sky box here. I might just expand that. Yeah, so it's really coming together. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to continue building out the world and getting my first level in. And once I have that, I'm going to have to start going into some animation stuff. I need to get movement and start putting in the things that need to be found and like build out my first level. Right now, all I've got right now is my tutorial space, which is great. I need to close up those doors and give the player their first lesson, and then the rest is I'm going to build out the game level by level. So this is great progress. I'm very happy about it, excited to continue moving on, and I'll see you in the next one.